Hello, welcome to the Thane and Friends podcast, episode 4. This is Thane Taylor, your host, and today I've got Mike Whitlaw, find him on Twitter at 333Hollywood, on as a guest. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Thane. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. Thanks so much for coming on. We've been interacting on Twitter for, couple years now, huh?
Been a while, yeah.
Been a while, yeah. So, and I had the chance to talk to you on the phone, like this past December it was, and I've got to let you know, that was a very pivotal moment in my life and in the community of, in small town Minnesota. Because, do you know why?
I know what you're going to say, but I want to hear the story. Let's go.
Okay, when we talked, I had a feeling that I wanted to do something in my life to serve the community, and it was joining the fire department. And I've been thinking about this for a really long time, but something that you said, I don't know what it was, but it was a catalyst for actually, making that decision and doing it. The very next day I talked to you, I called the chief and then said, "Hey, I want to apply. Let's get the ball rolling." So that was a big deal.
Yeah, no, you gave me a shout out for that, and I certainly appreciate it. And being a firefighter is a very rewarding job, whether it's volunteer or full time. It doesn't matter. When you risk your life, which is exactly what you're doing, going into a full blaze, a full fire. I mean, you can't get any more dangerous than that. So, I mean, whatever role I played in that, for you applying for that job, then I'm happy I did it, because I know that you are a qualified individual to get out there and pull people out of fires.
I'm going to give you a 96% role in that in making that decision.
Yeah.
So
I love it, man.
So yeah, what's new with you? What's been occupying your thoughts lately?
Occupying my thoughts. A lot of time right now lately it's been work. I still do the 9 to 5 thing, but I enjoy my job and I love what I do. I'm a salesman, and I really talk about that a lot, on Twitter. But just how to, I'm, one of my values that I wrote down, when I was in Zach Homo's last men's group, we were tasked with writing down 3 values that we, sort of cherish the most. Mm-hmm. And, ambition was one of them. So, with work, I'm trying to be ambitious, and I'm trying to sort of move up the ladder, if you will. And I'm okay with that. So, work has been occupying my mind, and obviously the babies, my children, any spare moment I have, I like to spend it with them. So, but other than that, just keeping up with the fitness, wake up early. If I train in the morning when I wake up early, great. If not, then I have pretty decent hours at work, so I get it in, when I get home, and still have plenty of daylight, especially now that it's summertime. So, but yeah, no, everything is smooth sailing, and like we always talk about, anytime things are smooth sailing, you gotta guard yourself for the adversity that's on its way as well.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that. You got 3 values that you kind of lead your life with. Is that what I understand? So what's the other 2? You get ambition. What are the other 2?
Self-control and courage.
Excellent. Man, so ambition is something that I think about a lot. And, I think people have a weird relationship with that sometimes in terms of, if you want to be ambitious and stay content within your life. I think that's a fun balance to get into. Have you struggled with that at all? Like being so ambitious that you're not okay with where you're at in life, or are you able to do both at the same time?
I think when I think of ambition, I think of my job, right? And that's what a lot of the youth or the younger generation is breaking away from, thinking that ambition lies within a job that you get out of college, out of high school, or whatever you're doing at the moment. I think that's what we've been taught to, sort of, take in, is that ambition comes from the job that you work. But obviously, we've seen through Twitter and we've seen through every other social media avenue is that, this younger generation, and that's including you, Thane, is that you guys are discovering different avenues to be ambitious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Creating your own companies, starting your own businesses, and waiting it out and waiting for it to excel. Me, on the other hand, I'm cool with the whole 9 to 5, even though mine's more 7 to 4. But I am cool with sort of excelling at what I'm already doing. I enjoy what I do. It's a cool job. It's close to home, and then I know the whole, comfort thing, and it's not necessarily comfort. It's a good opportunity for me to advance within a company that I'd like to succeed with. So I just think that I, was blessed with the fact that it's 3 miles from my house.
Definitely.
That it involves sales, and that I actually enjoy what I do. I think those are all blessings. I mean, but I literally enjoy what I'm doing. So why not try to succeed at the maximum capacity that I can?
Yeah, for sure.
Why not?
I think people have a weird dynamic if they're not in tune with who they are and what their strengths and what they're gifted at. You get a lot of voices saying that you should do this, you should do that. You working for somebody else is fulfilling somebody else's dream, right? You hear that a lot. But I mean, if you like doing that, if it's fulfilling to you and that's, fits within the context of your life, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, it's great for some people. I feel like there are many times where I feel like that would be better for me if I were to take a step back from leading certain businesses and then go back and work for my cousins at the family business or family restaurant or something like that. So it's all about knowing yourself and knowing what you're gifted at and leaning into that, whether it's, opening your own business and doing it that way, or, if somebody else has a position that's perfect for you, lean into that,
No, of course I agree with you, but the thing is that when you start something, though, when you're getting any kind of momentum with what you're starting, and then all of a sudden you hit a stag point and you want not give up, but you just want to just say, okay, let me redirect, let me pivot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when most of the best ideas are killed. There's so many great ideas out there and wonderful platforms to put them out on. And so many people, they get to a certain point, I'm not talking about just the beginners that quit at the very beginning, mm-hmm. and not quit, just, pivot, but people who get to a certain point and they're gaining traction, and then all of a sudden it becomes stagnant, which it will. I mean, that's going to happen, and then they decide to, well, I'm just going to go this way.
Knowing when to pivot versus knowing when to push through, and then have that extra layer of grit, unbelievable. Mike, we got 30 seconds left. It's very quick, I know, but what's your biggest piece of life advice? Now we got 24 seconds.
Go slow.
Go slow.
If you go fast, that provokes mistakes. So go slow.
I love it. Hey, thank you so much for coming on. I hope to have more conversations with you. This is episode 4 of the Thane and Friends podcast. Thanks so much. Peace.
Love you, brother.
Love
Thanks.
You.